Greetings, gearheads, wrench turners, and car enthusiasts. Welcome to Special Classics and Cruisers. As you can tell, it's been a while since I've done a video for this channel. I damn near forgot my intro. Go figure. I'm back out at the storage once again after pretty much the whole winter not being out here doing nothing. And I don't have very much left to do on the Spitfire. So, yeah, I'm gonna walk you through what I've done already and show you what I got left to do. Today I'm working on the back brakes, and that's pretty much what's left as far as the major systems on the car that need to be done in order for it to be safe for the road. You know, because I mean, we all know you can have all the horsepower in the world under the hood and have a really fast car, but if you ain't got no brakes, it does you no good. The brake system is the most important system on the entire car. So, I'm going to go ahead and show you what I've been up to. Alright, here's what we got going on right now. I got the drilled and slotted rotors on the front. For this, the front hub had to be removed, which you pop this little cap off. There's a cotter pin and a castle nut. So you take and bend the cotter pin back straight, pull it out, and unscrew the castle nut. And that'll hold the hub on. If it's a little sticky, you can take a rubber mallet and just smack it on the end here. You know, it doesn't take much, but it'll pop it loose a little bit, and I recommend you keep the castle nut still somewhat threaded in case, because it will slide forward a little bit. But yeah, other than that, I've not found the need for a special puller, which, I've heard some people have to use them. In my case, I did not. I just, hit it with a rubber mallet a couple of times, and it popped right loose and pulled right off. And you want to check the grease in your bearings and maybe repack them just to be safe, which I did. And you'll have 4 bolts behind the rotor that hold the rotor to the hub. So you take those 4 bolts out. Sometimes the rotor is stuck to the hub, and sometimes not. The passenger side, it was stuck to the hub, so I had to do a little friendly persuasion with it with a piece of 2x4 and a hand sledge. And you gotta be really careful if you do that. It's really easy to mess something up. So, but luckily my father was a mechanic my whole childhood, and I watched him work on cars, and I learned some ways of doing things that that are probably not as good as other ways, but you work with the tools you have and you learn to do things in a way that you don't mess anything up. So, but yeah, the back seal was fine and all that, but this one here, took it loose, rotor popped right off, no problem. So, got the bolts back in, drilled and slotted rotors are on, and brand new calipers are going on. You see the old one over there. Brake pad don't look bad on them. I mean, it's got full brake pads, but the car's sat for 25 years, and I don't want to take the chance of something internal, seizing up, because you can see there, the piston that slides in and out, there is some rust around it. So if there's rust around there, it may be on the inside as well. So, and I'd already bought a brand new brake system for the my original 79 until I found out I just did not have the means to actually restore it. So I had brand new brake system laying around anyway, so might as well. So I went ahead and I put the high performance brake system on the Spitfire that I'm going to be driving. So, but yeah, brand new calipers. I got brand new brakes. These are ceramic. Ceramic brake pad set. So ceramic brakes going on, drilled and slotted rotors. And my next thing, as soon as I finish getting the rotor and the brake line reattached, the master cylinder is coming off. I'm putting a brand new master cylinder on because I got that here too. Might as well. Already got a brand new clutch master cylinder, brand new slave cylinder. So the clutch system is totally redone. Clutch system is brand new, and when I get done, the entire brake system is going to be brand new. So yeah, I think that's a smart thing to do with a car that's sat for 25 years. Just make sure you don't have any surprises once you get out onto the road. So over here, here's the finished product. Drilled and slide rotor, new caliper, ceramic brakes, and I put on a steel braided brake hose. I got another one for the other side. So yeah, I think it looks a lot cleaner than the original brake line that has the spring that goes around and all that. I mean, I like the look of this better, and hopefully, the steel braiding may offer a little more protection. I don't know. Hopefully, though, we'll see. But in any case, it looks better. So, but yeah, that's what I got going on so far. And once I get this done, I get the new master cylinder on, bench bleed it, and all, and back brakes are getting done next. I have all the parts for that. I got a wire brush. I was cleaning up trying to clean the hubs up a little bit around the outside edges and make it look a little better. But here's everything I need to redo the back brakes. I got the passenger side rear brakes done. Yeah, as you can see here, I've replaced the wheel cylinder. The adjuster is still the old original factory adjuster. I put in some new brake shoes, and I had some new springs for the retainer springs here, but and I couldn't use them. I could not compress the spring enough to get this top piece to twist and lock in to the retaining pin. So I used one of the old retaining springs, and not a problem, got it in. It's locked in. So I did compare the springs. The brand new springs were big. Well, they weren't bigger as far as big around, but they were longer. So they were longer and a lot stiffer. So I just couldn't get it. So I used the old springs, and everything's held in really nice. So, but I did put the brand new springs behind the top and the bottom. So those are brand new springs. And yeah, that's about it. I mean, there's not really much to drum brakes. This is it. 2 shoes, a couple of retaining springs, a couple of spring on top, spring on the bottom, and a brand new wheel cylinder. And the drum still looks to be in pretty good shape, so I'm just going to put it back on for now, and adjust everything out, and should be good to go. So I am now working on the driver's side, and I gotta get this drum off, and it's not wanting to come off. So I got to back off the adjuster at the bottom and the back, and right now I'm having trouble finding a wrench to go on it, because it's apparently not the same size as on this side. That, or it may have been slightly rounded off at some point. Don't know. So as you can see, we got the brand new drums on. I went ahead and got brand new drums because the other ones had sat for so long. The insides of them were rusted, and rusted pretty good, to the point where I didn't even feel safe turning them. So I got some brand new drums. They really don't cost much. So you're going to do the job, do it right. And got the cotter pin in place to hold the the e-brake part through the top of the brake shoe. New springs, all that. And the other side is same thing. So we got the brand new wheel cylinder on both sides. This line I had to replace because the original line, when I took this part here loose, it wound this whole thing up and snapped it. And I soaked it with PB Blaster and all that, and it just
didn't help. The line was just too far gone. The rest of them appear to be okay so far. I still have to replace these old hoses, and already, I got brand new hoses waiting in the car that came with the rear brake kit when I ordered everything, and all for the 79 and all. So, but yeah, I'm gonna put those on because these hoses have been in the car for at least 23 to 25 years, more than likely. So, the previous owner, he only drove this car like 63 miles, for the 23 years he owned it. And I've owned it now for almost 3 years, so about 26 years, I guess. So, but yeah, everything in here is new. So, but everything's secured, brand new drums both sides and whatnot. Like I said, you can tell that line is new. I hand bent that. So basically started with a straight piece of brake line. I have a little bit of it left over here. So yeah, this is pretty much what I started with, and you see you can see the end that I cut off. If I can get this camera to focus, there we go. But yeah, I cut that end off. That end still got the flaring that I tried to modify, and it was just easier just to cut it off and redo the flaring myself from scratch, because modifying the type of flaring that was on it, the flaring itself, kind of bulged outwards like a big bubble, and it had to be a flaring that's recessed or whatever. So I mean, it sort of worked, but I wasn't going to trust it. So, but yeah, other than that, brake system is pretty much replaced. Like I said, I gotta replace that hose as well, and then I can finish bleeding out the system and get the wheels back on it, and then we get to start in here. So you can see the transmission from inside the car. Yeah, that's probably what my next video is going to be about. I gotta drain that and refill it with fresh fluid and all, and make sure none of the seals are leaking and whatnot, so I can get this interior put back together. So I gotta get those last couple of things done, and that's really the only thing keeping me from driving it. But the brake system will be safe, so that's the main thing. And if the video is a little shaky or whatever, I am using my cell phone to record these videos. So I'm trying to hold the phone as steady as I can. So if there is a little bit of shaking, I do apologize. I'm by no means a professional. I'm not a professional at taking video, so this is more of a hobby for me. Kind of like working on cars. So, but yeah, that's all I got left to do. Put some, drain the transmission, put fresh fluid in, check for leaks. I'm gonna put fresh fluid into the diff and check it for leaks. Bleed out the entire brake system, and if all goes well, I'll take it for a little test run around the parking lot here. If that goes well, I'll put the interior back in it, and she's ready for the road again. After sitting for 26 years total. She sat for 23 when I got her, and then she's been sitting for another 3. So this 1978 Triumph Spitfire has been sitting for a grand total of 26 years. So there's no wonder I had a lot of work to do on her, because a car sitting that long is not good on the car. But that's a whole nother video I could probably do on that subject. But for now, I'm gonna get to work on this car, So, and I'm gonna quit talking, quit recording video so I can get the work on this car done. So maybe I can start enjoying the damn thing for once. Huh? Yeah, for the first time in 3 years, I'll be able to actually enjoy the car that I've been working my ass off on trying to get going in between, not having time and money and all that. So until next time, y'all be safe and happy driving.